Okay, so now we understand the fundamentals of how to move and keeping our base at all times. Now we want to start bringing a little bit of smoothness and rhythm to it, okay? So it's going to take a lot of energy and going to be real easy for your opponent to see if your footwork is very stompy. Yeah, if you're super tight and you can't really move and you've got no rhythm with your motion. You need a little bit of looseness. So what I mean by that is, let's take example 2 where I'm bouncing, yeah? If I'm bouncing like this and every time I move forward, I'm jumping like this and jumping back. See how it's taken a long time for me to move? I don't want it as slow as that, and I also don't want it as telegraphed where I'm just hopping forward into range and hitting. I want it to be a lot smoother, yeah? Smooth is fast. So when I'm in this motion, I want to think about my feet coming up as little as possible. So if I'm looking to move forward, it's as if you can have a piece of paper under my feet, and that's all the distance I want. So if I'm moving forward into my jab here, I just want nice and smooth here. Pop, moving back. Same here, look. See, it's just loose. I'm loosing my knees, losing my ankles. Nothing's real tight and rigid. I'm not hopping. I'm just relaxing my ankles, relaxing my knees, relax the hips. And from here, you start to tighten everything up as you start to move and get more comfortable with it. But to start with, when you're just learning, just get a little bit looser with it. And just be in motion here. Forwards, backwards. Double the forward, double the back, double the forward. Single, forward, side, side. But you see, I'm not using a lot of energy and I'm just gliding. I'm just gliding across the floor here. I move back, I glide. I move forward, I glide. I don't want to be here and just jumping in like this and jumping back. It's sporadic, and the other thing is, if I'm always hopping like this, it's going to be hard to just switch from motion to punching, yeah? Because I'm moving, I have to reset my base, reset my weight, whereas here I'm nice and light on my feet. I can glide, go straight to punch. Here, punch. Here, motion, evade. Yeah. Now the same if I was looking to step. Yeah, if I'm stepping, when you're first learning, doing it slow and methodical is fine, yeah? Because we have to understand the pattern. So I can go step, 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 step here. But then once I get a bit more comfortable with it, same again, I want to add a little bit of motion to it. I want to get a little looser with it and make it smooth. So if I'm here, I can be in my stance, I've got my base, and I'm just sliding here. Step, step, here. I'm still keeping my base, and when I'm moving in the right positions. I'm not crossing my feet. If I'm moving, it doesn't need to be so slow, because there's going to be times where your opponent's going to move quick, and I'm not going to have the time to go here, yeah? Maybe I'm going to have to be a bit looser, and I'm going to have to glide. Things happen quickly, so that's why it's important we always have our base, and we're aware and we're able to move quickly with it. So you need to be able to move quickly with a tide, yeah? So for example, if someone starts to pressure real heavy forward with punches, but I can't move quickly, eventually I'm going to have to start covering up, and they're going to cover distance quicker than me. Whereas if I'm able to glide a bit more, yeah, I can be lighter on my feet and loose. Someone advances forward, I can just glide and cover distance just as quickly as they can, yeah? So then once you understand the fundamentals of how to move, why we're moving that way, it's then a case of repeating it, repetition, to be able to make it smoother. So then you can glide and you can just move around a lot quicker. So this style of footwork, you'll see it's popular with like a Soviet boxing style or karate, taekwondo, things where you're light on your feet and you're able to move forwards and backwards. The benefit for this is you're able to clear distance very easily. So I can pressure forward and create a lot of space, and I can also move backwards and clear a lot of space real quick, yeah? Some of the negatives are you're always kind of like square on, so leg kicks and stuff can be a problem sometimes unless you understand range and you're able to move. But for covering distance, it's great. So some of the mechanics I like in this footwork position is I like to lock my ankles. So when you're jumping around like this, it can take a lot of energy because I'm springing with my feet and engaging my calves. It's going to tire your legs out a lot. So what you want to try and do is like lock your ankles and just bounce. It's kind of like you're just using the ligaments. So rather than me engaging my feet and my calves here and bouncing like this is going to be exhausting after a while. So I like lock my ankles and just think about just using the ligaments here. And then when I'm moving here, I'm not really exhausting the muscles too much. I'm just relying on the ligaments just to be able to keep me moving there. And now I can just stay moving like this a lot easier, all right? So moving forwards and backwards, it's the same. As I'm here and I'm sprung, it's a lot easier for me to just push and cover distance. If people try to punch, I can move back real easy, yeah? And it's all from this spring. And you're just using, if I'm moving forward, I'm using this back foot to push me there. If I'm moving back, I use my lead foot. So if I'm going forward, it's going to be my back here, and I can pressure forward there. If I'm back here, I use my front foot. But it's just a real good way to cover distance and strike long, yeah? So when I'm here and I'm looking to use this style, I can punch here. If I start getting hit back, I can just glide out of the way. And it's just real easy to cover distance like that, all right? Instead of trying to just engage your feet, you don't want to be hopping like this, like you're jumping. This is going to exhaust you after a while. I lock my ankles and I just want to jump like this. Here I can still keep this forward and backwards rhythm, but I'm not really exhausting all my muscles like jumping my whole weight. I'm just light here. Think about keeping your heels elevated. So if you was to have chalk on your heels, when you're moving, there shouldn't be any chalk anywhere, yeah? Your heels don't touch. We're just light on our feet, and I'm just gliding. Glide forward, glide back. And you just keep this motion here, all right? We're gonna be looking at a way to be able to get in, throw our shots, and then get back out safely. So a motion where we can attack and then get out without being hit. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first key to being able to strike and then not get hit is understanding range, all right? So you're gonna be able to understand range by using things like your hands. So I know if I'm just out of reach here, then I'm probably in a position that I'm gonna have to take a little step forward and then I'm gonna be able to strike. But at the same time, if I'm just out of reach and someone throws, I'm probably just gonna be able to glide out a little bit and be in a safe position, yeah? As long as you're not at a massive disadvantage and people have a huge reach advantage over you, as long as I'm here and we're pretty similar, if I'm touching and I can't really reach from there, I know if they advance a little bit and I retreat a little bit, I'm probably gonna be in a safe position, yeah? The main thing when I'm doing this is after I've jumped into range and I've gone to hit somebody, is then not staying in this same range. So if I've put myself into a range where I can hit somebody, they can hit me exactly the same, yeah? So if I'm looking to be here and I'm looking to step in and hit a jab cross, I can't then just stay here because now I've created the opportunity to get hit back, all right? So what we're gonna do with this footwork style is you're gonna be in and then we're gonna get straight out. You're gonna come into range, get the shots off that you wanna get off, and then glide back out, all right? As I'm here, maybe I'm gonna step in, hit my jab, but then I'm gonna glide straight back out, all right? Again, maybe I hit my 1-2, I'm in motion here, pop, fire, slide, boom, here, boom, and I'm out, okay? So I'm hitting my shots, and then I'm gliding straight back out, okay? Sometimes you are gonna wanna stay in the pocket, but that's a whole different scenario, yeah? This is if we're looking to just try and tag, and then get out safely, yeah? Hit and not be hit, all right? So again, I'm gonna need that base, I'm gonna need the spring in my legs. If I hop forward and I move flat-footed, so say I jump in with a jab and I'm stuck on the bottom of my feet here, this is gonna be hard for me now to push back because I've got no spring back in my feet, yeah? So I'll hit my shot and now I'm a little bit too heavy on my heels here. I've got nowhere to really move. It's gonna take me longer to build myself back up, so lift my weight up again and then start to move. I'm gonna lose time. And those split seconds are what's gonna make the difference of getting hit and not getting hit, okay? So when I am moving and I'm using this style, I wanna be real light on my feet. I wanna kind of have my heels elevated, yeah, so there's a less surface area so I can just glide. And yeah, I wanna be light so I can just move quickly, all right? Keep the spring in your legs, keep that bounce so you can just move nice and quick, all right? So as I'm here, I can hit my shot and I can glide out. Hit my shot, glide out, yeah? And you're just focusing on tagging, moving, tagging, moving, here. But slide back out of range. Yeah, and you see every time that I'm hitting, I'm loaded in my feet, so I'm ready to then push back out and get back out and be safe, yeah? So I can hit my shot, boom, but I've still got base in my feet where I can slide out, yeah? I can hit, slide, hit, slide. So the keys to that kind of footwork, as I say, is to be light in the feet, keep the spring in the legs, heels up so there's less surface area for you to drag around, and just focusing on as soon as you've got your shots off, get straight back out. Yeah, come straight back out range so we can be in a safe position, all right? Give it a go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video.